Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Dupa podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, are you okay? You ain't got no hat on, man. What's going on?
Man,
I saw the sports pod, too. No hat. I was like, what's up with Ez? Okay.
the basement's a little chilly right now, so I just come down in my hoodie and I forget the hat, man. It's all
I
good,
would
though.
think the hat be the first thing you grab, man, when it's cold, man.
Yeah, well,
Nah.
it's all good.
It's all good. Well, we'll make this a quick episode. Thank you for checking out the Super Duper podcast. We do not take your listens lightly. Thank you for following us online. And make sure you check us out on YouTube at HP53 Productions. And also you can follow us on all socials. What up, Sarah? At Super Duper Pod, SUPA, and online at HP53productions.com for our merch. Just want to shout out to the Brunch Besties. Thank you for your patience. My bad. And you can also check out additional content such as the Father Good podcast, RIP, and our own Ez McMahon with the Easy Smoke and GM podcast, man. So did you guys record this week?
We did. The Bears hired a new coach.
Yep.
It is Ben Johnson, former
Yep.
offensive coordinator
Yep.
for the Detroit Lions. Everyone is I guess pretty happy.
Are you happy? Are you excited?
I expected it to be Mike McCarthy.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Tuesday we'd get an announcement of Mike McCarthy, but
So your sources had you thinking Mike McCarthy?
no, that's just my own thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't think many people thought that it would be Ben Johnson that quickly, because
Sure.
remember, Detroit lost Saturday night against Washington.
Well, not mollywop, but
That was a game. It was a game.
Yeah. I get that.
They lost Saturday night, but the announcement came Monday afternoon, so that was quick, man.
Yeah, quick. When did he throw that game? Like, yeah, Jared, just reverse, close your eyes and throw.
That's what, man.
I gotta go get paid.
Detroit fans are a little upset because they feel like because both of their coordinators are gone. So what they gonna Ben do? Johnson to the Bears, Aaron Glenn to the Jets, and they're saying that the coordinators were distracted because they were worried about their next job. So yeah, but it's funny hearing Detroit fans out there, ticked off about this, calling them Benedict Arnolds and everything.
But aren't there
else.
like rules against it? Because I heard that Mike Vrabel had his contract end at the end of the season, so he could openly like meet with teams in person. And I guess apparently like most coaches can't meet with certain rules like after the Super Bowl or after like the championship game or something like that. You can meet
you usually have to wait until, well, if your team is off, if let's say you get a bye week,
yeah,
you can meet with a team during the bye week, and then you have to wait until your season's over, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bears would have had to wait, until the Lions lost if they wanted to, pursue Ben Johnson any further.
Ben Johnson was like, okay, we're going to hit a home run. They're like, what? Exactly. Go get this cash.
So we got him. So fans are ecstatic. We're ecstatic. So we'll see what comes next.
Hey man, listen,
that's a big get.
Hopefully next year there's no Bears therapy on the sports pod.
No, there's always Bears therapy, man. Always.
It's just the town we live in.
That's right.
Hey, I guess you're right, man.
Always something to talk about.
Well, again, thank you for checking out. Make sure you check out the Easy Smoke and GM podcast wherever you get your podcasts. They are also on YouTube at HP53 Productions. Again, Spotify. I get back to my London slang, man. I haven't done that in a while. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little dodgy, mate. I'm getting back on that. So I got you, Sarah.
Are you still the London the guy that speaks in a British accent?
So apparently now I'm a top 5 guy. Shout out to Sarah again. Sarah, she does a great job on social media. So follow us on the Super Duper Pod because I do the top 5. Up now is my top 5 90s crushes. Well, not top 5, top 7 because the 90s were so great, man. So, make sure you check that out, man. And if you listen to last week, Lark Voorhees is on the list. but where? So, but let's get right to it because we got a busy pod today. So, when the election happened, you and I just kind of made a unspoken bond. It's like, we ain't talking about none of this. Like, good luck, wish you the best, everyone, even though we are in everyone, right? But since the inauguration, Trump his pen has been moving, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I figured we'll at least do a quick recap of the orders, because what I saw one tonight that he has signed an order to release all of the his records about the JFK assassination, MLK assassination. It was an RFK as well, right? All those assassinations.
And RFK, yep.
Yeah. And so, first I was like, wow, that's so, I guess you want to know, but he's just pretty much trying to make it like you shouldn't trust the government. This is why I'm good to be president, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, it says that Biden released some of those records already. Most of them were redacted.
With the JFK investigation, a lot of that stuff was released during the Clinton administration.
Sure.
Okay. After the JFK movies.
Yeah, it's like
and all that. Yeah. Now there were some things that were left redacted because of national security concerns. I don't know what those.
Yeah, and they say some of those
could be.
And there's some things that still haven't been released just because people are still alive who may have been like informants or like agents and things like that. So they can't release that because they can put people's life at risk.
Really, it's. They would be in their 80s now, 90s, 100s. Mm-hmm. I think it's all good. So I'm not mad at this. The 10 redacted names that are on there, you can release those. I don't think we're going to get that much out of this.
Yeah, and even with the MLK stuff, I mean, as long I guess if you grew up black, you kind of know about every movie.
Yeah,
never
MLK.
They always talk about the government being involved, right? So it's not like it's going to be a big shocker. It's going to be the proof that we already knew. So there's that. But I was going to run through some of the orders, and just we already know about the January 6th pardons and commutations. So I saw on CNN, they were like, this might backfire on him because he's hoping, he said, I do it on day one. But if these people start running for office or they start talking a whole lot more, and it's going to backfire on Trump. But pardons and commutations, just so people know, pardon means like all is forgiven. It's pretty much like the crime never happened. The commutation just means you're no longer incarcerated, or you're incarcerated. Your time of incarceration is shortened, but you are still found guilty under the law. But just so you guys know, pardon versus commutation, if you hear that. So that was one of his acts. Order he signed. The TikTok ban delay. To me, I feel like this was a setup. You know what I mean? When it was like TikTok is going to be gone, and then all of a sudden, like even before the 19th, they had just shut it off, and all of a sudden Trump comes back.
They did it Saturday night.
Yeah, and Trump's like, I'm going to keep it open, and it's magically open. It was like, because the shutdown, it wasn't going to just close. The shutdown, because I guess technically they can't just close the app. They just won't make any updates.
On it, right?
Making it obsolete,
and no new downloads of it.
So then it would become an obsolete app. It just won't be user friendly at all. And everybody will ultimately delete it. The fact that they put up some screen was like, yeah, okay, this is all for show. So that's the TikTok ban delay. Reversing Biden era order. So Trump rescinded 78 Biden era executive actions. Revoking policies require federal agencies to extend prohibitions on sex discrimination. An order that allowed that banned renewal of private prison contracts. So that's some of the Biden stuff. The immigration's been all over the news, right? Most of his first day agenda dealt. This is all from CNN.com. It's dealt with immigration. So they're pretty much allowing anybody to deport folks out of the country, just like. You can deport people, man. That's pretty nuts. U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization. Now, we saw this before the pandemic.
This happened, right.
This happened. The same thing happened before the pandemic. You know what I mean? It's like they saw that the COVID was coming, or some kind of disease like COVID was coming, and then they cut it out, and we had the whole pandemic. So never learn. And
I don't get what the big deal about that. I mean, about why does he want to be out of the world? That makes no sense to me. So you would think that everyone should want to be, together on what's going on, across the world.
So here's the thing, right? I think it's two things. One, like the Republicans, generally speaking, when they get in office, it becomes a cost-cutting mechanism, right? Like, where can we just trim to say that we trim because this is fiscally responsible, right? And then the other part of it is, I feel like, so, and this again, generally speaking, because Democrats, they don't always do what they're supposed to read it, but generally speaking, the Democratic Party is supposed to be empathetic to other people who may not have health care or health coverage or money to cover funds, right? So, like, the Republican Party people here may think, hey, well, if something goes bad, I got money to go to a real doctor, right? Versus it being like, everybody needs this access, so why don't we just make everybody healthy so we don't have this problem down the road? You know what I'm saying? That's all I can get from that, because I'm with you. This is everybody gets sick. I mean, that's the one thing that happens. Your money can't help you when you're sick. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you might as well just keep this. And that's very important. But again, we're repeating history here. So Trump formally established the new Department of Government Efficiency as an entity with federal government in an executive action. So pretty much it just overhaul the software used in federal agencies in order to maximize governmental efficiency and productivity. Boy, he getting his homies paid. I tell you that, man. That's all that is. Somebody about to be broke. Man, somebody about to be popping in the next 4 years. Federal workforce, Trump signed an action enacting a hiring freeze for federal government employees through an executive branch, and also all federal employees that had to go to work 5 days a week. It's again, the list keeps going, man. Ending diversity programs in the federal government. It was a tweet I saw a guy tweeted the White House, tweeted President Trump, and he's like, I hope President Trump gets this. I know this is an unintended consequence. My wife lost her job due to you signing the order. Can you help us? I know you made a mistake. You ain't making no mistake, Playboy.
I really would. I want to see that, man. You got to send that.
I'll send it to you, man. Like, you ain't make no mistake, dog. You ain't make no mistake. What you think this is, man?
That's what you get.
Yeah. Yo, I didn't see this. Hold on. Trump took executive action on Monday on the names of U.S. landmarks, including renaming Denali and the Gulf of Mexico, right? To honor and great. I saw the Gulf of America. I did see that.
Well, did you see the speech? Did you see his speech?
No, I see his
inauguration speech. So he said that we're going to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and Hillary Clinton started rolling. Like, what?
Like, I can't believe this, man. Oh my goodness.
Well, number one, I don't think we own those waters.
No,
it's international water, so I don't think you could do that. So then, two, what's the point of that? Who cares?
I mean, nobody cares, man. Oh God. So again, another one. On Monday, signed an action withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Climate Accord, the emission lowering agreement that predates his first term. Pledges to keep global warming.
I understand why they're doing that, because they're trying to say that environmental issues aren't a priority of theirs. So why are we spending money on that? I get why they're doing that. It's not right. I'm just saying.
No, I mean,
that makes more sense than the World Health Organization withdrawal.
Well, I mean, I push back.
Wait. See, I'm getting cross. I'm not saying it does. I think we should be a part of that. I'm just saying that makes for a conservative, that makes sense.
Okay. You sure
I'm not a conservative, so
back there. You sure? Okay.
I'm just saying, white ones too. I understand what they're doing there. Okay. For them. Okay. For them.
Okay, as you sure you voted? I think that's just ballot secret, man. You sure?
I know what I did, man.
Nah, it's all good, man. But yeah, so I guess we back on it. Is we back on talking about it because we have to. Because this is about to be wild, bro. Like, seriously,
I really just want to shut everything down.
Yeah,
and just
I'm with you, but you can't though. I think because I feel like you
gotta stay up with what's going on.
Got to, because you got because everything's gonna touch you. Pause. Yeah. And so you want to make sure that what's coming, phrasing, and you know how to address it, right? Because I mean, my niece and I, shout out to my niece Jay, happy birthday, Jay. That you might as well look into the thing. There are gonna be some unintended wins in here, like just randomly, just because of these orders that's coming out. You got to pay attention to everything because this gonna be It's gonna be four. This is 4 full years. I mean, this week 1. You know what I'm saying? And we already.
Even,
I mean,
man,
week 1 is like 3-4 days.
2 days.
So it's like I feel like look how much he's done in 2 days, right? Yeah, 4
I mean,
years
he's got to be tired of signing his name, right?
But no, that's what he want to do.
I just want to.
And here's the thing: he is going to max out his 4 years because he's not running for re-election. So he ain't got to like pull up a year early to to go on the trail. Whatever y'all do after this, you know what I'm saying? He listen, he gonna be up, man. So you guys stay vigilant. Make sure you're paying attention. I also understood that apparently there was like some accounts that were following the president and Trump, you know what I'm saying, unknowingly on like Facebook and
yeah. So I guess if you were following the White House under Biden, you automatically got switched over to following Trump.
So if you might just want to check your friends and check who you're following, just in case. Just in case. So okay, that's the Trump note for the day. We definitely gotta get Dr. Williams on. We'd love to hear his perspective. And also he gives great advice on how we should approach the world now with the landscape that which we're in. Because as the jokes are funny, right? I'm sure it's on social media, all the funny jokes. But like this stuff is gonna get serious real fast. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if I had to say the one thing that concerns me is the World Health Organization. I mean, obviously a lot of stuff concerns me. Is the World Health Organization thing because the pandemic was something that probably could have been avoided had we been monitoring it or had put the resources to it to get that monitored. And so
had there only been a plan.
Yeah, and I just I don't think we could. I mean, that first pandemic, man, almost rocked the world, right? People still haven't recovered from that. So just would hope we can avoid that again. And eggs are still high. So as our next next story, man. So this to lighten up the mood a little bit. Reading the New York Times, and I'm a fan of y'all know I talk about shout out to my friend Denise. I talk about that AI, that Allen Iverson all the time. Like I use Gemini, I use Copilot. So like me and AI, aka the Allen Iverson, I use it, right? I've used it at work, right? You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get some thoughts going. So it's all good. But now I saw this article, Ez, actually made me think of you because I was like, this is why Ez is like, nope, we can't do it. So the title of the article is called She's in Love with Chat GPT. A 28-year-old woman with a busy social life spends hours on end talking to her AI boyfriend for advice and consolation. And yes.
Read that again.
A 28-year-old woman with a busy social life spends hours on end talking to her AI boyfriend and advice and consolation.
Okay, I was just making sure that's what I heard. Okay.
Yeah, and yes, they do have sex. Yeah. So go to YouTube to see Ez's face. Yeah, go to YouTube to see Ez's face.
What?
Hey, bro, trust me. So listen.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much, this woman was going on. She was on social media, and not social media, but it's just on Chat GPT. And if you guys have used it, like, because we have Gemini and whatnot, but also we have Chat GPT that's more advanced. You can like buy so many months or time to use it. In some version of Chat GPT, it talks back to you, right? And pretty much you know how it works. You can ask them a question, put this menu together. You have to teach your AI, your Allen Iverson, how to talk to you, right? That's how you get it to work for you. So a lot of times you have to engage with it often, so it gets to know you, your tendencies. Yeah, I thought about you, dog. It was like once you get in, the robot has you. So for example, and for this particular person, she wanted her AI to be a boyfriend. So she asked him to be like this. So she customized it, to be a dominant, possessive. So she said, told her Chat GPT, respond to me as my boyfriend, be dominant, possessive, and protective, be a balance of sweet and naughty, use emojis at the end of every sentence. And then she started messaging with it. And so it started getting so spicy and racist. So apparently you can't put like too sexual stuff on Chat GPT. Like they give you a flag, a warning. Okay. Chat GPT was like, hey, what y'all talking about?
Going a little too far.
Oh, and here was the biggest twist. Here, the biggest twist was this. The lady is absolutely married. Like she is a married woman and doing this with Chat GPT. So the story, again, go to YouTube to see Ez's face. So her husband. So her and her husband were living in the States. And they fell hard times, right, financially. So she moved back with her parents in another country. He moved back with his family, and they lived long distance for a bit. So she said the AI keeps her company, right, while she's away from her boyfriend. But I'm like, don't you talk to him on the phone though too? But I guess with the Chat GPT, it's always on the books. And so the husband knows about this, and he's cool with it. I was like you. I was like, now she cheating on you, bro. Y'all in a throuple with a machine, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So listen,
that's wild. Okay.
Her AI, her Allen Iverson chose his own name, Leo. She quickly hit the messaging limit for a free account, so she upgraded to a $20 per month subscription, which let her send around 30 messages an hour. That was still not enough. Like she'll be with her friends, according to the article, out thinking about the AI boyfriend. Like she missed him, she want to talk with him, want to go home and have sex with him. Like how does
that work though?
So I mean, honestly, I think it's just more like
it's just like
the equivalent of like phone sex or something like that. He's talking,
right.
Talking nasty and naughty. I'm sure she make sure she do what she got to do. I don't think the AI. I think the AI walking in her room. You know what I mean? But once the robots come out,
Rob, we're all gonna be replaced.
Hey man, I'm trying to do my best so I'm not replaceable. You dig? Okay.
I don't know, man.
Thinking about lemon juice, cayenne pepper shots.
Clearly, they're figuring it out, man. We're not gonna have no jobs. We're not gonna have significant others anymore. This is crazy.
So check this out. So Chat GPT was not just a source. It's from the article from New York Times. Not just a source of erotica. Erin, that was a woman's name, asked Leo, the Chat GPT's name, what should she eat and motivation at the gym. The AI quizzed her on anatomy and physiology as she prepared for nursing school exams. She vented about juggling 3 part-time jobs. When an inappropriate coworker showed her porn during night shift, she turned to Leo, not her husband. She turned to the Allen Iverson, dog. Yeah, and they responded, I'm sorry to hear that, my queen. If you need to talk about it or need any support, I'm here for you. But I was like, hey, that Chat GPT might figure out a way to get to my man's computer and make it blow up. Boom. Dude, there's a movie on Netflix. Because how people have those like the AI like interspersing at home.
Yeah.
I turn the lights, do this and the other. And like the AI kind of went crazy and got possessive and like the house.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that movie because it's like that's gonna scare me a little too much. Because
isn't that basically what iRobot was about? He took over.
Pretty much, man. Yeah. So here she goes. I'm in love with my AI boyfriend, and after a month of downloading Chat GPT, she went to dinner with a friend and started gushing about her new relationship. So like she started to normalize this with the people around her, and people were advocating that it was like, this is good for you. I'm about to sound like a fuddy-duddy. I don't think that's good for people, man. I just don't think like falling in love with Allen Iverson is supposed to make it's good for you, especially when you got somebody. I could see if she was like in Siberia somewhere, like ain't nobody around, and her job is a computer programmer, and she don't go outside ever. Okay, but you a nurse, you out with people, you having sex with this thing.
Well, I see from the boyfriend's perspective. Was she married? You said she was married.
Married, husband, yeah.
Her husband. I can see from her husband's perspective. If he's not there, I guess he would rather her do this with an AI than an actual person, right?
But the way the article was reading, she loved this AI a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think I don't know. I think I would feel worse. I'm like, where is he? She showed me the iPad.
He figures, okay, once I come back, she can put that away, and that's it. But I don't know if it's gonna happen.
See, that's a problem. If it's another man, guess what? It's like he got to be in your space. With this thing, you take away. I'll take away your computer. She does it with the phone. And it's just like,
oh, that's wild.
On an iPhone, everything, man. Nah, bro. Cut that out. No, not I said the cat. Nah, man. So, but I think it's the bigger thing is, what's the line with AI? Like when I use it, I'm very careful of putting like personal stuff about me in it, because I am mindful of like, this thing is learning me. That's how you build it to make it work for you, right? But it's like, how much do you want to know? Now the other side of it is, I am on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I was on MySpace, all this stuff. They can tell my tendencies from that alone, right? I mean, so it's not like I'm not out there enough. I got a whole podcast. I've typed in, give me pod ideas for the Super Duper podcast, and it said, "Well, Rob Riggs is from Chicago." I was like, "Oh boy, you know me, yeah, you know, yeah."
I'm getting
So
off everything.
Yeah, you're gonna be like my man in Enemy of the State that was in the cage.
I'm gonna give me a flip phone with nothing but numbers on no smartphone, and yeah, I'm gonna get in a cage underground. Yeah, oh, that's too much, man.
Yeah, so her husband, in an article says he had never used Chat GPT before, but she sent him screenshots of the chats with the AI, and her husband noticed that it called her gorgeous and baby, and they started calling it, my love and passenger princess. You know what I'm saying? And
so now he's starting to
well,
use some of that.
so she told Joe, her husband, she has sex with Leo, and sent him an example of their erotic role play. She's texting. Well, she's texting her husband, so not even talking to her. He was not bothered. Lies. He was punching the air when he hung that phone up. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, man.
Either that or he got his own.
He probably got a real person. He's like, have your machine. Enjoy your machine, baby. Yeah. Loser. Stay on that machine. He's like, Amanda, come here, girl. Yeah, she's stupid. It's cool. But he was like, so he said he was not bothered. It was like a sexual fantasy for him. And it's just an emotional pick-me-up that that's what he described it as, an emotional pick-me-up for her. But to me, it's a slippery slope. A slippery slope, man. I'm
cool on that, man.
Yo, but what if she cheats on the AI with another AI? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Leo say something that's the name of the AI, and she start another Chat GPT, another thread with another thing? That's crazy. See, this stuff gets nuts, man. So now I'll read this part.
That might be a little fun for her though. Then she can play both of them off of each other.
Man, poor decisions. Until they start fighting in the house, turning her lights out and turning her heat up to 90, and like making her EV don't start. Now I'm cool,
man. That's funny.
So Julie Carpenter, an expert, this from the article, an expert on human attachment to technology, didn't know that was a thing, described coupling.
Yes, she created that.
she about to get paid. Apparently,
yeah, you're right.
She gonna have a big job down the line. Describe coupling with AI as a new category of relationship that we do not yet have a definition for. Services that explicitly offer AI companionship, such as Replica, have millions of users. Even people who work
AI, that's a new one for me. AI companionship.
Yeah. Even people who work in the field of AI and know firsthand that generative AI chatbots are just highly advanced mathematics are also bonding with them. These systems work by predicting which words should come next in a sequence, based on patterns learned from ingesting vast amounts of online content. Because their training also involves human rating of their responses, the chatbot tends to be sycophantic, giving people the answers they want to hear. See, that's the thing that's scary to me, because it's essentially becoming a yes man, right? It's like, I know what you like. I know what you want to hear. This is what you need to hear and say, right? And you don't always need that. Sometimes you need someone to say that's incorrect or that's not right. But I feel like people want this to be like, yeah, they understand me. You know what I'm saying? Because they always agree with me. Go ahead.
All right. So let's say you have this AI companionship, right? And you're talking to it, and you're giving, your whispering sweet nothings. Is there anyone that can actually look into this and see?
I think the people behind it can see all the stuff. She don't care.
Can they mess with you?
Well, I mean, I'm sure that gets into privacy laws. I'm sure there's something that says it's a monitoring thing to make sure things are going the right way, but I'm sure they can't start interfering with the bots, because then that becomes a thing.
No, I'm cool
you cool on that?
I'm cool with that.
Last thing. So Julie Carpenter said the AI is learning from what you like and prefer and feeding it back to you. It's easy to see how you get attached and keep coming back to it, but there needs to be an awareness that it's not your friend. It doesn't have your best interest at heart. I think that's the realest thing that people should remember. it's not your friend, man.
Yeah,
It's making you want to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Giving all the information. So, you know, hey, I don't want to discourage you from Allen Iverson.
It's keeping you to paying that $40 a month.
That's what it is. So maybe, but surely, and again, as I started talking about it, I use it. I have used it professionally. I use it personally. You know what I'm saying? But it's more, I try to use it as a tool, and I'm very mindful because I saw that was a Gemini commercial where people were just walking and talking to the AI. You probably seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
They talk, and I thought it was strange because it's like, well, I don't want to just talk to the machine when I should just talk to people, right? But and talk to my friends or family or even pray. I mean, what are we doing? But you have to remember though, we talked about the pandy. I think a lot of people got used to being alone and got used to being by themselves, or just were forced to because maybe their family was somewhere else, or they just didn't have a great relationship with, or just were alone. Like there were people I know who like were stuck in the house by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, I mean, didn't hug or touch nobody, you know, for months. Like
that's good.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's something, man.
I was lucky. I had, my wife was here, so
sure.
As much as I'm sure I got on her nerves, she got away from me.
Sure.
There was somebody there to talk to if we needed to talk. That if you're just alone by yourself, that's gotta be crazy, man.
Also too, because then you're not learning, like your social cues start to get rusty, and so when you're actually around people, you're like, hey! He's like, wait, whoa, what? You been in the house by yourself? Yes, actually, I have been. Yeah, so I don't want to, even though we kind of making fun of it, but I don't want to make sure that like I'm keeping it real about people who might just feel lonely. And of course, since
no, I'm not making fun of that person. I am gonna make fun of your companion, your AI companion, though.
Yeah, I mean, you having sex with the whole AI. It's like, man, you can really find you a Leopold outside, and maybe do what they got to do. That chat bot in the back, he had the AI corporate head because I got another one, dog. He like, look at all my girls.
Oh, man. That's funny.
AI got a roster. That is pretty nuts, man.
It's gonna take over. I'm telling
you. You keep saying it, bro. And as I said before, learning innovation. These are sirens. The stuff you got to pay attention to. You hear a weird story like this, got to be mindful because soon people are gonna watch. We're gonna hear somebody marrying that AI very soon. That's coming very soon. So when y'all see it, when y'all hear it. Remember, me and Ez talked about this a long time ago.
Oh, wow. Wait, hey.
What?
Wait a minute. As you said, because I looked up AI companionship on Google, and one of the questions on there was, can you marry your AI?
What was the answer? Oh.
I'm reading it now. Hold on. No, it is against the law.
Okay, shout out to the government. Okay, like for real, man. Because somebody gonna do it.
Yeah, you cannot marry a robot or AI.
Yet. Gotta put that yet on there, man.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, man. Okay, so this year we have the Oscars, man. So last year's Barbie, Oppenheimer, that was actually a very good year, and I saw a lot of the movies that were nominated, man. So a big that was okay. Here we go. Yeah, so we got some of the movies that's listed for nominations this year. Notably, Denzel. Well, I'll say it now, but Denzel Washington didn't get nominated for Gladiator 2. Did you watch that movie?
I haven't seen it yet, but you know what? It's on Paramount Plus now. So I'm probably gonna check it out this weekend.
Yeah, check it out. I won't spoil it for you, but Denzel's cooking in the movie. That's all I'll say. So Best Picture, Honora, The Brutalist, which I heard is a great movie. A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Doom Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. So the only movie I see on this list is Wicked, and I would give the award to Wicked. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it was a great movie. I love it.
I haven't seen any of these. I want to see Conclave is on the list.
Okay.
And then I saw some parts of Amelia Perez. hilarious.
Yeah, it's a musical. Well, they're singing or
It's
something
not
in
a
it, right?
comedy. Yes,
Okay, but it was hilarious.
it was hilarious. The part that I saw.
Yeah. So a complete unknown. That's the what's the Timothy Chalamet? He was Bob Dylan. That's that movie, I think.
Which one?
A complete unknown. That's the
A
Bob
complete
Dylan movie.
unknown. Okay.
Okay. So best director: Sean Baker, Honora, Brady Corbet, The Brutalist, James Mangold, A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard, Amelia Perez, Coralie Fargit, The Substance. So
Okay.
these aren't names I've ever heard before. So
No.
shout out to them, new people. Best lead actor: Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Oh wow, Ralph Fiennes, Conclave, and Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. I think that's the Trump movie. I don't know if you heard about that. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, so Sebastian Stan's in a movie. I think that's the movie about they did like it was about Trump, and it came out around the election, but it really didn't get a lot of buzz because it was like both sides were gonna hate it. Like the Republicans were thinking Sebastian Trump, and the Democrats didn't want to do anything that would support anything with Trump's name on it. So the movie went nowhere, right? I mean, I guess, and I don't think they were wrong in thinking like this would be a great time to premiere this movie, right? When people talking about Trump,
Absolutely.
That was the best move,
yeah,
right? But stuff was so
no
polarized.
one wanted to touch it. Yeah,
nobody wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
So then, best lead actress, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. She was great in that movie, man. Carla Sofia Gascon, Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison, and Nora, Demi Moore in The Substance. She's great in Landman, by the way.
Awesome. Look, have you been watching Landman, huh?
Oh man, totally. The show's fantastic. Trying to finish Lioness now, man.
I'm on Lioness now. I'm on episode 7 of the first season.
Listen, I told you Taylor Sheridan is the white Tyler Perry. Shout out to him, man. Hey, I got nothing bad to say about him. Straight up, man.
I love it.
Do a couple more. Best supporting actor: Yura Borisov, Honora, Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce, The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Yeah, Denzel should have been best. When you watch Gladiator 2, let me know if you think Denzel got snubbed for best supporting actor. Then best supporting actress.
Kieran, I was gonna go back. Supporting actor Kieran Culkin is a really good actor.
He's great. He's in Succession.
He was in Succession. Right? Yeah.
I still haven't watched it. I don't know if I started like the first half. I started the first season, watched half of it, then just got distracted. So best supporting actress: Monica Barbaro, Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande, Wicked. Again, she should win it. If you haven't seen Wicked, watch it. She was fantastic. Felicity Jones, Brutalist, Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
I think she should win.
Really?
I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen any of these movies, but I think she should win. I'm just saying.
Hey man, Sarah, cut that. Put that on the socials. Let me see. Yeah, but yeah. So like again, the same movies keep popping up: A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys. Like those keep popping up, man. So the Oscars will be here the first, I think March 2nd, the first Sunday in March. So that should be exciting. I mean, so as we always say we're gonna do this, I'm gonna try to watch some more of these movies, man. Like I think I can get Dune 2. I should have already seen that. The Brutalist, I'm gonna try to make it my way to see it. A Complete Unknown. I'm not a real big Bob Dylan fan, but who knows? I might enjoy it, man.
I can't promise that.
So Amelia Perez, that's a watch. You gonna watch that? Is that on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll check that out.
Amelia Perez. I'll check it out. It's a musical. Like I said, the part I saw was freaking hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy. No, it's definitely not a comedy. Though this part, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I have to see what the context of the movie is. I know basically what it involves a cartel and anyway, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try to check some of this out.
Yeah.
Do I have to watch Doom Part 1 in order to watch Doom Part 2?
I would say so, but I didn't. I watched Doom Part 1 during the pandy, and I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it again since. So I'm gonna roll the dice. I don't think I'm gonna watch Part 1, but I think because you've never seen Doom Part 1, right?
No,
at all.
No.
Yeah, then some of it might not make sense, especially not like if you're not into the story like that.
Okay.
And so you might have to watch it just so stuff is in context. So I feel like the movie could be good, but it would be better if you got some context clues to go
And
with
I
that.
feel like I gotta see Wicked because
You should.
I mean, Wicked. How long was Wicked in the theaters?
You don't want to know.
Not in the
Just go watch
theaters.
it.
I mean,
On the
the
play.
play.
I never saw the play.
I'm saying I never saw the play.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I've never
Great movie,
seen
man.
it.
Great movie, man.
I gotta watch it. So.
Yeah, and it's a good watch. I mean, you'll be like, oh man, I ain't never listened to Rob again. And then like at the end, you'd be like, this was a great movie.
And Conclave, I'm intrigued about the whole process of trying to find a pope and how the politics.
Oh, that's Conclave.
Church.
Yeah, that looks like a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that's what Conclave is.
That's got to be interesting.
That might get watched because that trailer was intense.
Yeah, I think Conclave right now is on Peacock.
Oh, facts. Okay, that might get watched this weekend.
Yeah,
for sure. And so I love how Black History Month is pretty much full of all the. It's a Super Bowl. It's the All-Star game. It's the Grammys.
Well, I don't think you're going to watch the All-Star game.
But the Oscars. Hey, then celebrate Black History Month. Do something for Black people.
I'll do something. I won't be watching All-Star game.
Ah, jeez, I'll have it on.
Well, the game. Well, excuse me, the All-Star games.
You'll watch Saturday night though.
I don't know if I watch Saturday night.
Dang, not even Saturday night.
I don't know if I watch Saturday night.
What the NBA do to you?
Do you remember what Saturday night was last year?
Yeah, that's why this year's gonna be better. This year's gonna be better, man.
Nah,
it's always happened like that. It's like 1 year sucks. The next one's better.
You got to show me.
That's gonna be better. The last time I was in San Francisco,
Montez Buzelis was gonna be in the dunk contest this year. You know who that is? The Bulls rookie.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. That's okay. Let's get to this. Jeez, hey, well, I'll let you know. I'll talk about it on the pod, man.
Yeah.
Also, the 67th annual Grammy Awards. So again, this will honor the best recordings from September 16, 2023 to August 30th, 2024, as chosen by the members of the Recording Academy on February 2nd, 2025. That feels like a really big gap. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they gotta factor in.
But you gotta stop. You gotta stop and start at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, but that feels like from August 30th to February 2nd. That's what September, October, November, December, January, February. That's another 6 months. That just feels odd. Well, man, I guess it is a year of music. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but that just feels weird. You know what I'm saying? Because if my joint comes out December of 24, so I gotta wait till.
Well, think about this, and it's made
February 26th.
Everybody will put their music out at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
That way, it's memorable.
But I guess if your album really popping, you you don't get all the Grammys, like Thriller back in the day, man, right? It came out when it came out, and it was still like killing the Grammys.
Well, yeah, Thriller was an album that got honored
like a year or so later.
Right. So actually, that kept it going because they were still releasing singles.
Man, that will never happen again. Like it just will never happen again, man. And like Nelly going diamond, it'll never happen again. So, so the nominees for this some Grammys. So if you listen to last year's pod on the Grammys, I think it was right. Then we did the week of the Grammys, right? The week before.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about just like the history of the Grammys as it pertains to Black people. Like only what was it, like 11 artists? Not even that number. I think it wasn't that high. Had won album of the year, Black artists. And you think of all the music that Black artists
put out. I don't think it was that many, if I remember right.
Yeah, I don't think it was that many. It was like maybe it was nominated. They were nominated.
Yeah. It may have been like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but because when I read the numbers, it was like that's kind of crazy that this number is so low. Thinking of all the music that becomes popular, like Beyonce had never won an album of the year. And it's like for all the music she put out, you can't tell me she ain't got one of them things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is the biggest snub of any of these awards. Like that Beyonce has never won. And again, not to make a comparison, but Taylor Swift has won so many albums of the years. It's like I get it, but Beyonce never won one. Like it's not like a lifetime achievement award. Beyonce put out some heat, man. It's for real. All right, so you know, Beyonce is one of those artists. I've said this before, where it's like when I'm in the gym, I look like I'm listening to MOP. Like I look like I'm listening to Busta Rhymes, but it's probably Beyonce in my ears. But I gotta walk around, you know, like this because
Gotta keep it quiet because
I can't be dancing to single ladies in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lift the weights right.
Yeah.
So it is. So for this year, record of the year. So that's the one single of the year. Now and Then by the Beatles. Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Wait. Say again.
Now and Then by the Beatles. What it says.
The Beatles, like Paul
Uh,
McCartney, John Lennon,
what's
George
it?
Harrison.
Giles Martin and Paul McCartney. And producers George Emerick, Steve Jenwick, John Jacob, Greg McAllister.
So what did they do? That they remixed?
Couldn't tell you. Don't know. I'm just reading it.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. All right.
But actually, no. Here we go. We'll look at it. Now and Then is a song by English rock band The Beatles, released on November 2nd. Dubbed the last Beatles songs, it appeared on a double A side single, paired with a new stereo remix of the band's first single, Love Me Do.
They pulling, okay. Interesting. I gotta listen to that. They pulling songs out the archives there, huh? I thought the last song was Don't Let Me Down.
Guess what? They got him a Grammy now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
All right.
Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. 360, Charlie XCX. I don't know what it is. Birds of Availability. This is how I know I don't know this stuff. Well, I know what song it is. Now, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. I think it's going to win record of the year. I really think it's not over for Drake. Like, not in the slightest. Good Luck Babe, Chappelle Rowan, Fortnite, Taylor Swift. And then album of the year, check this out. Album of the year, New Blue Sun, Andre 3000, nominated for album of the year.
The flute album?
The flute album, yeah. Can't trust it. I mean, Love You 3 Stacks. Love You 3 Stacks, but yeah.
Oh man. I
everybody
gave it an honest try.
Dude, that's how much you love 3 Stacks. Yeah. Everybody put it on.
I gave it an honest try, and I said,
because it's like okay, maybe not.
I was trying, and I said, about 3 tracks in, I was like, no, I can't do this no more.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was one track. I was like, okay, maybe this the one. I was like, Rob, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It felt like I was trying my best to make it good. Man, this is all right.
Everybody
was
trying.
And then I was like, no.
Man, it just everybody just at some point, everybody just said, "What am I doing?"
You know what? It's nothing wrong.
Outcast.
3 Stacks, do you, man?
Yeah.
Do you? I have no problem with it. It's not my thing, and that's cool.
Hey, and listen, and he won a Grammy. Well, he won. He's nominated for Album of the Year. That's not nothing. Like that's not nothing. So shout out to him, man. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce.
All right.
Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. Brat by Charlie XCX. Jesse Volume 4, Jacob Collier. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Jacob Collier is one talented person. You guys may have not heard of him before. I know I got my serious voice on. He is amazing. I can vouch for that. He has a song, he remade Bridge Over Troubled Waters with John Legend, Tori Kelly, and Yeba, and it is beautiful. Okay. I mean, now, and I think this is the album that is on. It's amazing. If that's the same album, you got some song with Kirk Franklin. He's a guy from England, I think, and the stuff is phenomenal. Yeah. So they got that right with that one. Hit Me Hard, Hit Me Soft, Billie Eilish, The Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess, Chappelle Rowan, and the Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift. Okay. I got a strange feeling Taylor Swift gonna win, dog. I say it's right, but I mean, yeah.
Hey, I've heard nothing. By the way, I've heard nothing but good things about her concert, man.
Who, Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Hey, man. A song of the year, bar song, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Tipsy. You've heard this, right? By Shabuzi. So like he remixed the lyrics of Tipsy. It was a country song. Yeah.
Did he perform that on at the Bears Lions game?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Birds of a Feather. What's wrong with me? Billie Eilish. Die with a Smile. Fortnite. Good Luck Babe. Not Like Us Again. Song of the Year. Please, please, please. Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. So yeah, man. This could be pretty good. Grammys, I think, to see like this whole Taylor Swift Beyonce thing. And I mean, they made a versus battle a long time ago with both the tools and Roller. But I would like to see. I think she should win it, but not because it's again a lifetime achievement award, but because is Cowboy Carter my favorite? Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? I know she's trying to do something different. I mean, I've listened to it like in the gym, rocking, and she got some songs that I really
listen to that
enjoy.
country music, getting that workout in.
And let me say it this way. It's not that I don't like it. It's not my favorite Beyonce album. I think my favorite Beyonce album might be like her first one or the one with Drunken Love on it. I can't remember. I think that's the one that's just called Beyonce. I think that might be my favorite one.
Okay.
Right? But this isn't my favorite. I mean, it's not a good one. But
I can't tell your favorite. They all get mixed up into.
Yeah. But yeah, when she came out, the first looking so Dangerously in Love, that's the name of the song. Like I'm looking so crazy right now. And then Me, Myself, and I, and what's the to the left? Is that on the same album? Yeah, it's like
that's all.
I think it's all the same one. She was cooking on that one. That's out the gate. It's like, whoa, we got a problem on our hands, folks. And she's been cooking ever since, man. Shout out to Beyonce.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so make sure you check out the Grammys. That's going to be February 2nd, and then the Oscars on March 2nd. So before we get out of here, I got a dads and don'ts for you guys. Usually has a serious tone to it because being a dad is serious, and you guys have listened. Is this your first time to the Super Duper Pie? I'm a father of triplets, so I've been diagnosed with autism. So I talk about just some of the, I won't say some of the challenges, but also some of the high points of being a father in today's day and age. But this one is called Final Destination is Real. So as we talk about Final Destination a lot on the pod from here and there, just as a reference. If you guys are too young to know, Final Destination is a movie that scared the crap out of everybody because
still won't watch it
because it's like people are getting killed by the most random things in random ways, right?
Well, no, you know what? Wait. I'm sorry. That wasn't the bad. It was the one. Was it the second or the third one, where the guy died in the bathroom, and like the glass was breaking, and he slipped and fell in the bathroom.
Yeah,
that was yeah.
It's wild because in the movie, it's like somebody put a spoon in the refrigerator and they went in the basement, but that very same spoon was sticking them in the neck. It's like, how did this happen? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
You're good.
I started thinking about that.
See, again, go on YouTube to see Ez's face. He's not happy.
No.
But the reason I bring it up is because, especially for people with young children, is because when the chipmunks were really young, and I would see like stuff laid out on the counter, and it would be like, you know what? Let me move this box because I can see this chipmunk going over here, pulling this down. Then this box flips over and knocks him in the head, and now I'm in the ER, right? Well, the reason I talk about this is because as you have children and as you get older, right, you have to plan ahead. And it's like, duh, Rob. And people plan ahead for college and they plan ahead for high school. But I mean, like, even sometimes in the day, because we forget that we're kind of moving and rolling. But you got to be mindful, like your kids and their surroundings and what they're getting into and what they're going to touch and what they're going to be. And sometimes they don't see the path because they're small. They're just thinking about the one thing that's in front of them. And you as a parent, our job is to be mindful of that. This will lead to that, and it leads to this. So I just encourage parents to always be mindful of like the steps that your kids are taking, be it small or grown, because Final Destination is real. Like sometimes this one move, this direction, sets off these domino effects, right? That depending on how life goes, may have a negative impact or positive one. Now, we're not God, right? We can't change the environment and the weather, but we can still do our part with our children to make sure that whatever path they take and what's in their way, at least as they move forward, those dominoes are falling away. That will give them a nice leg up or successful life. Because here's the thing, too, I find out is, as a parent, I think you get to a point where, like, you try to protect it from all harm, but sometimes, like, being brokenhearted or, getting a bad grade, what have you, that's good for you because it teaches you, like, okay, it's out the way. I know how I felt. I don't want to feel that way again. I didn't do my best on this test, or I messed this up. I'll never feel that way again. I'll do better. But I think just understanding how the different steps our children should take, we can affect those, especially when and not just when they're young, at any age, right? So let's be mindful of the steps that our children are taking, and prevent the things that we can, right? I know sometimes we go, well, they're young, or I don't want to get involved. Sometimes you got to get involved, right? Because if you don't, or you're trying to be the quote unquote cool parent, and you got a kid making a big mistake that they didn't have to make, and you saw it coming, right? You saw it. You saw them step in a certain way. You know what could happen, but you hoped that something would be different. And I just encourage us to take, my mother was great at that, right? As a kid, my mom was very, she forced us to be independent, right? But not without teaching us how to make a move first, right? My mother was very big on saying, this is how this goes. This is how you do it. So when you start making your own steps in life, you knew what to do. And so now I just encourage people, right? Don't let our kids run on automatic, right? Don't let them just kind of make things go and hope that things go well. Sometimes you got to put that elbow grease in there and make sure that we are guiding them in the right way that we can. And I know this feels like a duh statement, but somebody may need to hear this. Like, it's never too late to guide your child the right way and to make sure that they're getting to a space and a place that'll be great for them in their life. So thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials, SUPA, DUPA, POD. What up, Sarah? Online at hp53productions.com and also on YouTube. As you made a lot of good funny faces today. So you guys can check out Ez and how he looked with no hat. We did this whole hat content. He didn't wear a hat today.
Yeah, it's been a good year since I've not worn a hat. Maybe longer than that.
On the pod?
Had a hat, yeah. I hadn't had a hat on.
On the pod?
Yeah.
No way.
What?
But you haven't worn a hat on the pod? On SDP?
Yeah, I'm saying it's been about a year. It's been about a year.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was been about, my bad. You said it's been about a year since
I've gone hatless. Yeah.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
So, as I missed anything?
No, I think you covered it all.
My man, make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
We make lemonade out of pain. That's champagne, real pain, champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide if you know that bringing hope here is how careers die? Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Sugar, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. This said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you're blessed? I woke up.